For nearly 30 years, I've been experimenting with different techniques, different ways of doing things, different ways of treating patients to get them better quicker and to keep them healthy for longer. And I've studied sports massage, I've studied osteopathy, I've looked into ultrasound, I've used shockwave, dry needling, all kinds of techniques, manipulation, that kind of stuff. And some of them I find of benefit to some people and others not. And then last year, or the year before last actually, I was looking into gua sha or muscle scraping, and it looked brutal. It looks brutal online. You got all this redness coming through, I really didn't know what it was. So I looked into it. So I looked into the research, I looked into the evidence base for it. I talked to people that did it. I talked to patients that had it done to them. And surprisingly enough, there's a lot of positives that you get from it. So I looked into it so much that I went along to see one of the people in the UK who's using it a lot. And that guy is called Stephen Heaton in Liverpool. And I shadowed him, and I was amazed by the results. I was amazed by the response of the treatment from the patients to the results. I expected it to be, well, let me explain to you what it is. So it's basically using a metal bar to scrape and massage deeply into the muscles, breaking down any tight tissue. That's all I can call it. Any tight tissue, and then you get a little capillary, tiny blood vessel bleed that shows up underneath the skin, and it looks like you've scraped the skin, but actually you've broken down the tissues to such an extent that there's a little tiny bleed, which causes an immune response, which then helps downgrade the pain that you're feeling and upgrade the healing. And I think the theory behind it, from what I've read and from what I've seen, is the pain gate response. Now, it would be a great idea for a physio PhD or an osteo PhD or a chiropractic PhD or even a medical PhD to look into the effects of these tools, because I'm having a lot of very, very good results with it. Okay, so the tools you can buy online are like these. Okay, this is the normal size, and actually I find this actually hurts people because it's too small and you have to put too much pressure through it. But Stephen Heaton makes his own, okay, and here's the difference. So this is his, and I have to stand back for you to see it all compared to this one. All right, so this is a much larger tool, and the actual weight of it does the work. You don't have to force it at all, yeah? Or if you're working on a big person, perhaps a little bit, but not really. And it has different edges, some sharper, some more round. And you can grade this, yeah, depending, and this is the chap here, Stephen Heaton, you can grade this depending on what you're using and what area of the body you're using. So he makes different tools. This is just one of them. I've only bought one of them because I could only afford one of them. But I would thoroughly recommend looking into it. I would thoroughly recommend going to see Stephen Heaton or one of his graduates, observing and trying to work out what it is that's going on, because actually I think we're missing out a trick or a magic wand, if you like, of treatment that we can use with our patients.